Yeah. You are my...
Hey guys, welcome to Nerd Bites Weekly. I'm Desiree.
I'm Ashton.
I'm Dakota.
And I'm Dustin. And tomorrow we're going to be recording at our local comic/Toy-Con thing, so make sure you check that out. And we got some cool stuff going to be in this video as well.
Such as, last night me and Dustin went to the midnight premiere for The Hunger Games, so I'm going to do a movie review for that. And you guys should stick around because this is going to be a good video, as always.
Without further ado,
here's the news. And now for some PC news.
Blizzard's World of Warcraft reached the pinnacle of MMO gaming with over 12 million subscribers in 2010, but has been on a steady decline since. However, there has been yet another surge in dropped subscriptions. Senior producer John LaGrave said that this could be partly due to the recent release of Star Wars: The Old Republic. He also said that some people may just be waiting for the new expansion, Mists of Pandaria. Although we won't know for sure what is causing this decline, we can infer that Star Wars: The Old Republic has affected World of Warcraft in one form or the other.
Now for some Sony news.
Last month, Sony announced that they are working on something that many people will not find entirely pleasant. A wall outlet that requires authentication to use electricity. This could possibly mean that after plugging something into the outlet, like an iPhone charger, the outlet would require authentication and money up front before it would open up the flow of electricity. Sony claims that the technology has many important uses, like managing the cost of recharging electric vehicles to avoid blackouts with smart power regulation. One of the best examples of how it can be used would be if you had them in an office or a hotel or an apartment, in some sort of common area, and then people would not be able to steal that electricity by plugging their devices into it, because they would have to have the authentication to open up the flow to that outlet. The technology that the outlets would use would be near field communication and radio frequency identification tools. Even though the outlets may take several years to be usable in your homes, a recent prototype demo showed a handheld dryer whose plug had a near field communication chip in it, and it was being plugged into a prototype outlet and being authenticated before it could be turned on. And the two ways the outlets work are with the aforementioned NFC chips and the RFID over power line way, which simply enough just means that it sends the authentication information over your power line. So far, Sony hasn't made any commercial plans, and one of their officials has said that they want to get more companies, especially those in the power supply industry, on board with the idea before it's on the market, because Sony just can't do it alone.
Now for some Nintendo news. In Nintendo news, questions continue to arise as to when the new Wii U system will be released. Developers have yet to set an official date, but they have claimed that it will be released in time to support the new Assassin's Creed in late fall, early winter of 2012. At the same time, developers have stated that the new Darksiders 2 will be supported by the Wii U. Darksiders developers were allegedly thinking of backing out of an agreement that stated that Darksiders 2 would be a launch title for the Wii U, but Vigil Games has stated this to be an unsubstantiated rumor. Finally, the new Epic Mickey, The Power of Two, is set to release in the fall of this year. The first trailer for the game has been released, and instead of just being featured on the Wii, it is also coming to Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3.
Now for some Microsoft news.
BioWare's co-founder Ray Mazuika released a comment earlier this week stating that Mass Effect 3 would be getting an alternate ending DLC due to the fans' outcry about how bad the ending currently is. He stated that the BioWare team was taking in all positive feedback from the fans and would adjust the in-game DLC in kind. It hasn't been said whether this DLC will be free or we will have to pay, but expect more news in the coming month. For those who have been experiencing problems with the facial import feature, BioWare is releasing a patch that will fix said bug. Unfortunately, it will be some time before we receive the patch, as it will go through strenuous testing before we will be available to download it. Ghost Recon Future Soldiers developer Ubisoft has announced that they will have a Horde mode named Guerrilla. The survival mode takes place in the initial idea of previous games, Horde, and puts you in 3 of your buddies against an increasingly difficult opponents. That's where the similarities end. In Future Soldier, each character on the field will have a specific ability to ensure the ghost's survival, and the game will scale itself according to how many players there are. It's unclear exactly what each team member will be bringing to the table, but the team will be able to gather perks to help in the fight. However, as soon as someone dies, the perks will be reset and the players will have to re-earn the abilities. The game mode ends at wave 50, but 10 successful waves will force the team to take a new position and hold. Ubisoft has deliberately went out of their way to ensure that this game is about teamwork and cooperation. Even if one ghost falls, the mission quickly goes to hell and will more likely than not result in mission failure. The multiplayer beta opens up early next month, with the actual release date slated for May 22nd.
Hey guys, this is Dakota with your movie review for the week. This week I am going to be reviewing The Hunger Games, and I want to go with about a 3.7 out of 5 stars. It was good. If you read the book, you'll like it, but you'll be disappointed at some parts. But if you didn't read the book, it'll probably be an overall good movie. Okay, as a not reading the book person, I would give it a 4 out of 5 stars. But reading the book, probably like 3.7, like I said in the beginning. It was a really good story. They actually did really good with the whole play out of the arena in the Hunger Games. The capital was a little over-exaggerated. And besides that, everything else was really good. They did really good with the districts, and I thought all the characters did great. The acting was actually a lot better than I expected. Okay, that's it.
Tell me why he ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why he ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never want to hear you say I want it that way.
Alright guys, that's it for this week's video. Thank you for watching Nerdbytes Weekly. Make sure to subscribe and check out all of our other videos, and we will check you out later.
My fire, the one desire, believe when I say I want